Hello, everyone, and welcome to your December predictions for the 12 zodiac signs using tarot and astrology. I'm excited for December, so I can't wait to see what the cards have in store for us. And also, I'm going to share, of course, the astrology. So first, in the first part of the show, we're going to talk about the important dates. We're going to look at the astrology overall for the month of December so you can plan accordingly. Then we're going to have our giveaway winner. But before that, we're going to have also the general predictions with the tarot and Sophie for the whole month of December. And then we're going to get to the sign by sign predictions for your 12 zodiac signs. So you can look at your sun, your moon, your rising sign. And the two most effective predictions are going to be your sun and your rising sign. So Sophie, how are you doing?
I'm good. Hopefully it's going to be a good month. Hopefully we're going to have positive change. I think we have been tested a lot. So if we can have the blessings now, it would be amazing.
Yeah, and December is a festive month. So, like it's Sagittarius season. And then we're going to dive later on after the solstice, after the 21st, we're going to dive into Capricorn season. But whenever it's Sagittarius season, it's very festive. We're feeling optimistic. We're feeling hopeful. So, and I feel like generally speaking, it's a calmer month in terms of astrology. And I think it's a very beautiful month. So I can't wait to share that with you guys, give you some hope maybe, and just know that we came out of a Mercury retrograde and it's going to end on November 29th. So depending on what date you're watching this show, it's almost over. And for the last part of the retrograde, it was in Scorpio. And we're also in Scorpio season. So lots of that deep scorpionic energy that were forcing us to dive deep into our repressed emotion, heal some stuff from the past, face the shadows of the world, of ourselves. So we're slowly coming out of that. So I think this is great news for everyone. And also the second planet that's currently in Pisces is also going to turn direct this month. So Neptune. So we had Saturn earlier last month, and then, during November. And then in December, we're going to have Neptune. So the two planets that are now transiting Pisces to finish this big karmic lesson and to really cleanse the past is finally moving direct. So I feel like there's going to be a positive shift of energy. So just before we dive into the general predictions with the tarot, do make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and especially like the show because it really helps us into supporting the channel and growing as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And like the algorithms of YouTube are not really working in our favor for all the woo people out there. So thank you for supporting the way you can. So we really appreciate you. Okay. Oh, just before we talk about the general prediction, I'd like to share with you the important dates, and then we're gonna talk about tarot. So let me share my calendar. And by the way, the 2026 Astro calendar is going to be available soon. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so this is our last month of the year already, December. This is crazy. So on the 4th of December, we have a major event, which is going to be the full moon in Gemini. And I say major event because it's going to be sort of an eclipse-like full moon, which is not always the case with all new moons and full moons, but this one is going to be making a grand cross with the nodes. So it's going to be a major karmic activation where we're going to be facing important decisions and choices with whatever path we want to align with for our future. And then on the 10th, we're going to have Neptune move direct at 29° Pisces. So this is a very sensitive degree in astrology because this is the very last degree of the zodiac. So a lot of like healing from the past can come up and we can finally move forward with like this big, let's say, last chapter of cleansing in our lives before we can move forward with the year one next year, and also with the big conjunction between Neptune and Saturn at 0° Aries in February. Also, we're going to have another Mercury-Uranus opposition. So for the beginning of December, we're working, the energies are building up until this opposition. So you kind of have to expect the unexpected with that opposition, Mercury and Uranus. So sudden communication, surprises, shifts in the energy, sudden pivots in our choices, in our plans. But then we have a series of conjunction to the galactic center, which is going to be, I think, very healing. We're going to have a lot of guidance from the universe, from our guides. So I think this is going to be absolutely beautiful. So the 18th, we have the sun conjunct the galactic center, and on the very next day, on the 19th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. So both the sun and the moon are going to be on the galactic center, which is amazing to get downloads, activations, healing. I think we're going to get a very clear picture of what lies ahead for us, what's the next big step in our soul's evolution. And of course, on the 21st, we have the solstice. So for the northern hemisphere, it's going to be the winter solstice. For the southern hemisphere, it's going to be the summer solstice. But wherever you are in the world, it's a celebration of the light. It's a big turning point because we're going to change season. We're going to step into a new one. And it's going to be Capricorn season. So it's going to be a very different energy from now on. And yeah, this is kind of what I have in a nutshell. And Sophie, are you ready to pull cards for the general energies?
Yes, let's see what we have. So the main energy of December for all 12 signs of the zodiac. We have creative channel. I love this. Okay. So let's take a few cards of tarot with this. But already we can see with the creative channel that we are going to have inspiration. We're going to be able to channel with source. Please, if you channel, make sure that you channel from good energies. You may think that you know who you're connecting with when you are channeling, but it's very, very important to know who you are connecting with and to make sure that they are truly on a divine and sacred level. And this is what we talked about in my workshop of the Cordon Cord Protection and Purification. So if you haven't done it, so if you're channeling, that may be important for you to look into who you're talking to. So let's see with tarot what we have for the energy of the month. We have the King of Pentacles as the very first card of tarot. Very positive. We have the Empress. Amazing. And the last card is the Hermit. So I think that any way that you want to create, any way that you want to connect with source, there is going to be this amazing possibility of finding new ways of expressing who you are, expressing your authenticity, and possibly even making money out of it, because you're going to channel from your true purpose, and you're going to channel how for you it's the best way to express yourself. Is it through love? Is it through helping others? Is it through creating your business? Is it through creating art, writing? Any way that you are meant to be expressing who you are, I feel like you are going to be guided in doing it more and more in the month of December. And being creative means being more in the flow also. So you may have a month where you're going out of your routine, out of what you normally do, what you normally want to express, and what you keep to yourself. There may be some kind of a little bit of a wild card for this month where you're just in the flow of what you feel is best for you, and it could be completely different from what you had last month, last year, or even the next month. There is this new energy coming to the surface that needs to be expressed in the way that you want it. And for some, it could even be having a child.
Wow. Well, these are beautiful cards for the month of December. I feel like I got used to the more intense energies with the past months, and now it's like, oh, it seems like we're finally able to create what we want to create, manifest. I love that. Well, thank you for that. And we have a little special sale here on the Maison Jupiter website, especially for the Black Friday, so just before the month of December. So it's going to be only for the last week of November. So right now until the 30th, which is a Sunday. So there are a few days left to save 25% off, which is very unusual that we do those sales, especially on the personalized birth chart. So if you'd like to start your astrology journey or gift someone their own unique birth chart, this is the time to do it and to save also 25% off. The code is Black Friday. And basically, this is a digital art print in the color of your choice of your own unique birth chart, which is your unique blueprint in life. So you can refer to that anytime we're doing one of those shows, and look also at whatever planet is transiting your birth chart to see what are the influences of that for your specific case. And also it comes with a 15 to 20 pages report explaining your most important alignments and planet placements, which is something to a wealth of knowledge that you can study all your life. So my birth chart, I refer to it again and again, and I learn new things almost every month. So I hope it's going to help you on your journey, and the link will be down below if you're interested in that.
It's like a personal reading of astrology also. Sometimes when we cannot afford a reading by an astrologer, that could be a very good start on understanding what is there and why certain things happen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's not a personal reading, but it's a really good way to start your understanding of astrology, like you said. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and also if you'd like a reading, we also have a special promo for you guys, especially for you guys watching our shows. To thank you, we are offering you a 10% off on your next reading with the code Jupiter, and you have the choice between the 30-minute pre-recorded tarot reading with Sophie or the 1-hour live tarot reading with Sophie. And also not showcased on that image, but also we have the 1-hour live past live reading with Sophie. So for all of those three options, don't forget the code, which is Jupiter, and I'll put the link down below. All right, so we have a giveaway winner for the month of December. So first of all, very happy birthday, solar return to all of the beautiful Sagittarius suns and Capricorn suns born during the month of December. And every month we are giving away a prize to one of our beautiful community members. So this is free to join if you'd like to join our community. The link will also be down below. And every month we are celebrating our community birthdays by giving some prize to one of you lucky winners. So this month, our giveaway winner will had a choice between the Solar Return Workshop or the Cord Cutting, Purification, and Protection Workshop, all on the Maison Jupiter Academy. So Sophie just released recently the Cord Cutting, Purification, and Protection Workshop, which is super popular. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and look at that. I'll put the link down below for that workshop. And also, I created this one a while ago, but it's still very relevant, especially when it's close to your birthday, your solar return, to look at what is going to be the influence of the whole year ahead, looking at your solar return. So the winner for this month is, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, N. Bemens, because I don't have the full name, so I have the community name. Congrats. So they're saying, my solar return is on December 15. For the coming year, I would like to manifest personal joy, understanding of my spiritual purpose, continued good health, family health, healing, and unity. Julie and Sophie have guided my journey of self-discovery and healing for the last 2 years, and I am so grateful to have found them. Thank you for all of your insights on the personal and collective levels. You are Earth Angels. Oh, thank you so much. This is so sweet. So very, very happy birthday and solar return to you. And just write me a message on the community. I'll make sure to add that to your community library. So I think we are all set, Sophie, to begin our 12-sign journey. Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so let's start with Aries, like usual. So Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. First of all, I want to talk about two main things during the month. So we have, first of all, on December 4th, so the beginning of the month, we have a full moon in the sign of Gemini at 13 degrees. And that will activate your third house of communication, writing, speaking, information, learning. So because it's a full moon at this time, you could be finishing up a project that involves either communication, marketing, business, social media, writing, speaking, all of those things. Or you can have a very important conversation as well because it's the third house. And because this full moon is going to make a grand cross with the nose, it's kind of a crossroad point where many possibilities are being offered to you. And you get to choose whatever avenue you want to explore next. So expect important conversation, even negotiations, communications that may lead also to a change of plans. We're still in the orb of influence of the Mercury opposition Uranus at this time. So that's why there could be things coming out from left field that lead again to a change of plan. So use your free will with mindfulness. Try to balance also your spirituality with your embodied day-to-day life. So try to include as much of your spiritual values into your day-to-day life, your day-to-day choices, your concrete actions, because it talks also about your North Node in Pisces, which is in your 12th house. So, and also the South Node, which is in your 6th house. So this is going to be very much impacted too. It's kind of a test by the universe to see, like, are you really able to, let's say, walk the talk, make sure that your values are very well integrated. And then 2 weeks later, on the December 19, we have a new moon in Sagittarius at 28 degrees. And that for you, Aries, is going to activate your 9th house. So that's a very, very magical new moon, especially in your 9th house, because it's going to conjunct the galactic center. So you're going to have a lot of guidance. So it's a really important time to be connecting with your higher self, with your guides. It's a very beautiful portal of cosmic wisdom that is opening at the time of this new moon, and close to Christmas if you're celebrating Christmas also. And I feel like collectively a lot of souls are going to gain awareness on their life purpose, and especially for you, Aries, because it's falling in your 9th house. So you will get likely guidance about what's the next important step for you for your soul's journey. And also this new moon is going to conjunct Venus. So Venus is bringing some love, harmony, and even help to connect soulmates together. So I think this new moon will favor love, soulmates, this search for harmony, for peace, for inspiration. So you could be making travel plans with people you love, also receiving a lot of activation, light activation, guidance. And it's a really beautiful new moon also to be starting a new spiritual quest. So this is what I have for you, Aries. Let's look at your December predictions with the cards.
So for Aries, oh wow, the very first card. Okay, let's see. We have the card of release. And this is a sacred release. So this is universe saying you deserve peace. And the book reminds me a little bit of the book of the Akashic Records. So I think that you're really releasing something that is not just affecting you in this life, but I think that you're being offered a deep release that is affecting your soul for multiple lifetimes, that you have been dedicated to this learning process and finally getting the peace that you deserve for all of your past lifetime working on this lesson. So this is a very deep release. Let's see through the cards what we have for you.
Interesting.
The 10 of Pentacles, getting the gift. Yeah. So the 10 of Pentacles for me represents something that is with longevity. So again, that reinforces the message that you have been working for a very long time on something, that you have been putting a lot of effort, time, and resources towards towards releasing this lesson in your life, the reward that you're going to gain because you have successfully getting rid of this lesson by learning it and investing your time in it are going to be very big. It could be that you're going to remove a curse that has been in your DNA, in your family for quite some time, that is also going to affect your future lives and the future generation of your family. It could also involve money, resources that you're going to receive, because the Ten of Pentacles talks about just that. Let's see the second card that we have for you, the King of Wands, the King of Wands for you. So I think that it talks about releasing a curse that affected generation, and also multiple lifetime for you. When we say curses, sometimes people don't know exactly what it means. I just want to take a second to just be very precise with it. It could be that there was a fear, or there was a pattern that was just passed down generation to generation. It doesn't have to be magical. It's just something that was part of your DNA. And this is highly researched. This is something that has been proven over and over again. And we can see that you have been taking the lead on to stop this in your personal life. And the repercussions are that you're affecting also positively your next generation, the past generation, and also your future life, receiving a big reward this month for it.
Wow. And I love that the North Node is in their 12th house, which talks about just that, about like moving forward, springing forward in a very big manner by letting go of some stuff and by understanding the spiritual lessons. So that's awesome. I love that for you, Aries. Beautiful month ahead. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful month ahead. And now let's talk about Taurus. So for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, well, Taurus, this month is going to be a lot about your finances, because we're going to have a full moon in your second house of investments, of resources, of money. And then we're going to have a new moon in your 8th house, also of receiving money, receiving help, but also of transformation. So let's begin with the first one. So December 4th, we have a full moon in Gemini in your 2nd house. So for a lot of Tauruses, I feel like you could be finishing up either a transaction or an investment or a major decision regarding your finances. And because this full moon, so the sun, the moon are being opposing each other, but we have also the nodes at a major crossroads. So it's making a grand cross. And whenever we have that in astrology, it talks about different possibilities that are being offered to you and you getting to choose your path. So using your free will to really make sure that you align everything on the material level to really align with the general spiritual direction that you want to take for yourself. So you're going to be presented with different avenues to choose from, where you want to go next, especially when it comes to money and how you're investing your resources. And the whole Grand Cross is in your financial houses. So there are likely very important choices that you're going to need to make in the month of December regarding that. And when I say resources, I'm talking about, of course, money, which is probably the main one, but also you're going to be reviewing how you're using your time and your energy, which are so all resources. So there will be likely a very important conversations, negotiations even, and communication that may lead to change of plans, especially if they are dealing with partners and clients. Because you have Mercury in your 7th house right now of clients, partners, partnerships, collaborations. And it's being opposed, and it's going to be exact on the 10th, but it's being opposed to Uranus for one last time. Uranus, the planet of surprise, sudden shifts, pivots. So those conversations and the information that you get around this full moon in Gemini might lead to a sudden change of plans, a change of strategy. And it's going to ask you, this full moon in Gemini is asking you, where do you want to invest your energy next? And also the North Node in Pisces is in your 11th house currently. So it really talks about making long-term plans, And even like if you're close to retiring, what you want your after career to look like. So you're being asked by the universe to think long term, and this full moon is going to be very important to set the stage for that. And then 2 weeks later, on December 19, we have a new moon in Sagittarius on the galactic center in your 8th house. So it's going to be a very healing time for you, Tauruses. And there is a very healing portal opening up of a lot of cosmic wisdom that can be downloaded at this time. So it's going to be easier to connect with your higher self, with your guides, to get guidance on whatever needs to be healed at this time. And especially when we talk about the 8th house, we're talking a lot about karma. We're talking about karmic partners, past lives even. So you might get a lot of, let's say, information on what needs to be closed out, what needs to be healed as far as past lives and karma that is still ongoing in your life. So you could be starting a new healing journey, even a therapy, an alternative therapy. And Venus is part of that new moon. So that's a really beautiful one. Even though it squares Neptune, Venus is there to soften up the energies. So it's going to favor self-love and by really tending to your inner world. Also, some Tauruses can meet a karmic partner around this time because Venus is part of that alignment. Or other Tauruses could decide to take a relationship or a partnership to the next level and even invest together because the 8th house is pooling your resources together to go to the next level. But it's also a great portal of energy to direct the frequencies towards healing something in particular. So let's look at the cards for you, Tauruses, for the month of December.
Let's see what we have for you guys for December. So your card of the month is Santa Maria Authority. Okay. And let's see through tarot what we have for you for the month. So authority, it sounds like a little bit like the card of justice, judging by the image right there. And it sounds like Saturn a little bit, right? Let's see. We have the strength, very big card. And we have the Empress, Major Arcana, last card for you guys for this month. We have the Queen of Cup.
Wow.
So very feminine energy for women on those cards. And what we have normally with authority is Saturn, which for me, it's not a very feminine energy. But in this deck, we do have all feminine energy. So I think that in this month, that you're masculine or feminine, it's very important that you are digging into your divine feminine energy. Very, very important. Because it seems like there is maybe an out of balance energy that you're going to have to rebalance during December with your divine feminine energy. It could be Kundalini because you talked about the 8th house. You talked about Scorpio energy, which is sexuality, which is also the merging, which is also just being in your own balance of inner masculine and inner feminine, and to be able to have this not perfect, nobody will be having this perfect balance, but having a healthy balance, being able to move things forwards and to be able to trust in your intuition, to be the nurturer, to be the provider for yourself. And with the strength, it talks about just that. It talks about review what you are asking yourself to do and how you're asking yourself to do it. Are you going against your natural ways? Are you asking yourself to be very strong and always like a robot? Or are you just healthy asking yourself, oh, well, I should push forward with my intuition. I should push forward with my strength. So review how you're asking yourself to push with the things that you want to do. Review your goals also, and claim your own inner power through the awakening of your divine feminine. Because the Empress, the Queen of Cups, and the Strength are all very strong women in their different ways. And it's not going to resonate with what society sees as strength or leadership. It's something completely different. So in this month, you're being asked to really dig differently into your resources and present yourself differently so things can move forward, so you can be seen as a leader, an authority figure. It's still a woman in Santa Marta. It's still a woman. So we're asking you to do it with the nurturing and caring energy of a woman that nurtured things to grow instead of being in their masculine energy.
So a divine feminine leader in some kind of way.
Yeah.
I love that. And you know, like Taurus is ruled by Venus.
Oh.
So we have a lot of that Venusian divine feminine that is coming out for you Tauruses. And I love that. I feel like there's going to be something very significant around the new moon on December 19 because it's conjunct your planet Venus. And we're talking about like learning how to embody that divine feminine energy, even though you might be a provider, even though you might be a leader. I love that. Let us know what you think. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, if I can, I think that's just because of that new moon you say with Venus. I think that's in your resources, right? So it's to invite you to create more resources by acting the right way. Because I think you're not digging in or receiving the right amount of resources because you're not acting the right way with your Venus influences.
Okay, so maybe open up to receiving more abundance, which is all the feminine, the goodness of the divine feminine energy. Let us know what you think. If that resonates, we'd like to know in the comments down below. And also do make sure you hit the like button. It really helps us. And we wish you a wonderful month of December, beautiful Tauruses. And now let's talk about our next one. So for Gemini, sun, moon, or rising. Wow, what a month. Big month for you, Gemini, because we're going to have, first of all, a full moon in your sign. So in your first house, and then we're going to have a new moon in your 7th house of partnerships. And the nodes are currently in your 4th and 10th. So which means it's a pivotal month, especially for all mutable signs, but especially for you, Gemini. So December 4th, this is your full moon, Gemini. It's going to be at 13 degrees in your first house, which is a beautiful, beautiful full moon. But also it's asking you to make decisions, to take decisions, because you will be presented with choices, with important decisions regarding the direction of your life, because your first house is also your own projects, your appearance, you yourself, what do you want, prioritizing yourself as well. The general direction of where your life is going is also your first house. So the full moon will be there in your first house. The sun will be in your 7th house of partnerships of the other people. And it's going to make a grand cross with the nodes that are sitting in your 4th and 10th house. So whenever we have that configuration, it talks about big tension from the universe to force you to choose, to choose a path, to use your own free will and choose. But because the moon is in your sign, Gemini, it's talking about prioritize yourself. Like, do make sure you're taking the decisions because this is where you feel like you want your life to go. And the ruler of that full moon, Mercury, is in your 6th house right now in the sign of Scorpio. So that could very well be having to do with work or even health, which is also the 6th house. So the decisions and whatever comes up for you around this time. You could be receiving news about health for some that pushes you to prioritize yourself even more, or to get a more balanced diet, a more balanced routine, health routine, more healthy habits. And because also that Mercury will be close to an opposition with Uranus, so also it's like quick pivots that we need to make, quick changes, because we're receiving information and we're like, oh, we need to change stuff. So flexibility, but you're a Gemini, so you know all about flexibility. Usually you're good at it. But also you're going to be asking yourself, what changes could you make to make your life following even more your life purpose, which is going to be a central theme also around this full moon for you, Gemini. What do you feel you are here to share? Because your North Node is in your 10th house of career, of life mission. So the choices that you're going to have to make around this full moon on December 4th is very much around like how can you embody more of your true self to follow more of your life purpose, your life mission. So this is going to be a major theme. And then 2 weeks later, December 19, there's going to be a new moon in Sagittarius in your 7th house of partnerships, of relationships. And Venus is there with this new moon. So this is a beautiful influence, especially for you guys. So that new moon will favor love, harmony, peace, soulmates, and especially for you. You could also, because it's in the sign of Sagittarius, make travel plans with people you love, plan for the future with the people you love. If you have a partner, you could decide to do fun activities with them or to plan ahead, fun stuff. You can also plan a spiritual experience with other people, friends. Any kind of plan that will help expand your consciousness will be very much welcome, and especially because this new moon is going to conjunct the galactic center. So expect to receive downloads, guidance about, especially around partnerships and relationships, and about like who are the right people for you to be surrounded with or to do a certain project with. You could be also deciding to invest yourself more into a relationship, a partnership, or a service that you are offering to other people, because the 7th house can also be your clients. And Jupiter is right now in your 2nd house of money, of revenues, of investments. So you could be deciding to do a collab or to offer a service to other people around this time. And for single Geminis, you can also be meeting a new partner, new love interests, or just if you're single or not single, someone that really inspires you. So there's going to be really powerful light activations around this new moon, and you can really ask the universe for what you wish to manifest. So let's look at the general predictions for December for you, Geminis.
Let's see what we have for you guys for the month of December. So your card of the month is, we have Creative Channel. So you have the official card of the month. And first house, 7th house, it seems that you're going to want to also know what is you and what is you with others. So you're going to want to maybe express yourself in a different way. And we have a train as I'm saying this. Let's see the cards for you for the month of December. So we have 6 of Cups. Plenty of love is coming for you. I feel like if you are creative this month, it could be around something that is reconnecting you with your inner child. Because of the 6 of Cups, it could be that you're reconnecting with the energy of love, the vibration of love, to have a rekindling in your current partnership, or to connect with the energy of love, to call in a soulmate. And this is going to reconnect you with the joy of just being. Not perform, not to...
Confirmation.
Yeah. Not to perform, not to be perfect, but simply to be.
I love that. Lots of love for you, Geminis, this month.
Yes. Okay, and we have, as I'm saying this, we have the train again. We have the 4 of Wands, and we have a very strange card. It's only in this deck. It's the blind. It's the blank card. And with this one, it tells you that there is no limit to what you can create. So the first card we have is Creative Channel. Then we have 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and the blank card. So I feel like you could really manifest the future you're trying to get. So this is a month where you creating, either in your mind with vision, either writing, either painting, writing, having fun, creating with fabric, or anything that you want to do, is going to help you to manifest and to be in the vibration of love. So it could be through your career, it could be your hobby, it could just be something that you do to disconnect from your mind and just being in your heart in the moment. And we don't have to be good at anything. It's not about being good, like I said. It's about connecting with the joy of simply being. and it's going to be perfectly channeled. So when you're going to be in the creation, you are going to channel and you're going to receive messages, but also sending what you desire to the universe to pass your comment on what you want. So if you're able to have your order of, okay, I want to have this, 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 and this, through having fun and creation, I really want you to take that moment and before you start and to ask yourself, what do I want to have in my life? Because you're going to really connect, and through that channel, you're going to be able to order universe to what you really want in your life and in your partnership.
Wow. And you know what? The blank card, it's like a carte blanche, basically. So it talks to me, it reminded me of maybe it's a good time to do a vision board, Geminis, especially around the new moon, which we're going to have on December 19th, which is conjunct with the galactic center. So it's like channel, talk about channeling like very powerful frequencies and energies of love. So love that for you, Gemini. Hope you enjoyed your predictions. Let us know in the comments down below if you resonate, and do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we wish you the most beautiful month of December ever. Thank you for watching. And now let's talk about our next one, which is going to be Cancer. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Cancer, we have, first of all, on December 4th, we're going to have a full moon in Gemini, and that's going to be in your 12th house. So this one is going to feel very karmic, very, let's say, oriented towards the past, towards reviewing things, ending chapters before, because it's a full moon. So full moon is this energy of completion. The 12th house is the last house, which is the house of completing things, of even needing a little bit more rest than usual. So you will be wrapping up a period that started around May of this year. So do think about what happened around the month of May when we were in Gemini season. So we are wrapping up this phase with this full moon. So because it's the 12th house, you might be dealing with the past, with healing, with past karma, with those kind of loops that you've been going over and over again unconsciously, even talking about dreams, having messages through your dreams. So these are, and spirituality in general, meditation, yoga, and also doing some kind of a spiritual retreat or retreating a little bit from the world is the 12th house. So you will likely have important dreams, messages through your dreams. You could be working at this time with a medium, with someone that's intuitive, with Sophie, with someone that could help you also decode the messages and understand what you're wrapping up in terms of past karma at this time. And because this full moon is super powerful, I feel like it's almost eclipse-like in terms of intensity, because it's making a grand cross with the nodes. So you're going to be presented with different avenues, different choices to choose where you want to go next. And depending on if you're able to fully close the chapter that you've been beginning earlier, and really understanding like what kind of things you need to heal that's part of your unconscious. If you really do that properly, then you're going to be able to really up level your game after this full moon. So do expect important conversations, information that come up that allow for a lot of healing, also negotiations even that lead to potential change of plans, because we have an almost opposition between Mercury and Uranus. So there could be kind of information from left field that come to you and you're like, oh, I didn't know that. And especially around the past, because it's a 12th house. So your guides want you to help expand your consciousness, because you have your North Node in the 9th house at the moment, and allow you to also expand your psychic gifts, your intuition. So it's going to be a very spiritual full moon for you, Cancers. But I love that for you because you're very intuitive. So 2 weeks later, we have a new moon, a beautiful new moon in Sagittarius. That's going to activate your 6th house, so the opposite house from the 12th. That's going to be on December 19th, so very close to Christmas. And this one, I love it because it's falling on the galactic center. So we're going to receive a lot of downloads and a lot of important information that's going to allow us to journey for the next year, because we're going to start a universal year 1 next year. Yay! So I feel like it is a very evolved portal of cosmic wisdom that is opening around December 19th for all of us. And many souls are going to gain more awareness around what's their life purpose and how it translates in their everyday life. And for you especially, because you're going to have this activation of the 6th and 12th house during the month of December. The first part is helping you understand what's still in your unconscious. What about your spirituality, your life purpose? But then the new moon in your 6th house allows you to really start something in the physicality to really be more in line with your life purpose. So you're going to get guidance about what's the next important step in your life. This new moon also could help you align with things that you love more on a day-to-day basis, because Venus is part of the group there. So do more inspiring stuff, add more love, more beauty, more harmony to your day-to-day life, to your job even, because it's also the 6th house. And also having a routine that supports your purpose, that supports your spiritual alignment, that supports your values. So a lot of you could be starting a new project, a new health routine, a new work routine, a new work project around this time. But whatever it is in the physicality, it's going to be divinely guided to support your life mission even more. So let's look at the cards for Cancers for the month of December.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So your card of the month is, oh, wow, look at this, the Holy Dead. Ooh. Okay, interesting. So we are in the 12th house. It's not surprising to see something like that. There is an ending, but it says holy. So it's the Santa Muerte. So this is not meant to be scary. Let's see what your cards for the month. So we have the Fool, exactly. So there is a big cycle that is ending, and it's a holy cycle that is ending, and we start a new cycle. So we don't bring a lot from the past. I'm just looking at this. If you haven't done my tarot class, I really like to see every deck has differences. And on the Fool card, they're supposed to not have a lot of baggage, and some versions are bringing more baggage than others. And this one we do have it because it's the Santa Claus bag, so there is more baggage there, but we seem to be very practical about what we bring, and we seem to bring more present.
Yeah, gifts, I was gonna say.
Yeah. So very interesting when we have multiple decks for this reason. So for you guys, what it means basically, it's that you are going to bring more blessings, more rewards into the next chapter of your life that seems to start either in December or end in December and then start in January. But for most of you, it's going to start in December. Let's talk about this Eight of Pentacles. Yes, you have learned a lot of lessons. You have worked on what you want to bring into your next chapter, because what they're working on is the gift that is in your bag, in the card of the Fool that you're bringing for you in the next chapter of your life. So it talks about how much you have worked on yourself, on lessons that you need to work on to be able to prepare for the next chapter of your life. And this could be in just one area of your life, or this could be in your whole personality that affects all area of your life as well. The last card for you is the Hierophant. So you can absolutely become a teacher, a mentor. You could also teach others how to do the same things that you have done. So becoming a healer, finding your purpose in becoming a healer. It could also be that you want to continue to be a student, but you know where you want to go. So what you want to learn, and finding your place, your mentor. So depending on where you're at, I see that you are more aligned with your true purpose and that you're leaving a lot behind.
Ooh, you know, I love the Fool card, and especially this one, because it seems like we're bringing only the blessings. So we're letting everything at the beginning of December with that huge full moon in the 12th house behind. And now we're ready for a brand new chapter with a lot more fulfillment, which is also the new moon with Venus. Yeah. Love it, Cancers. Let us know what you think, if that resonates, in the comments down below. And do make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it, of course. And we wish you the most beautiful month of December, full of blessings. Now let's talk about our next one, which is going to be Leo. So for Leo, sun, moon, or rising, let's talk about what the month of December has in store for you. So I think it will be a very fun month of December, beautiful because we're having the first full moon activate your 11th house of social circles, of community, of long-term goals, and then the new moon will activate your 5th house, which is the Leo house of fun, of creativity. So let's look at that in detail. So December 4th, we have the full moon in Gemini activating your 11th house. So I think it's going to be a very social phase for Leos. You could be finishing up an important project, even a social event at this time, a launch, something that involves many people, a social media project. I know I will at this time personally around December 4th. So you will be presented likely with many different avenues to choose from because we have a grand cross part of this full moon in Gemini. So the sun, the moon are opposing each other, but also we have the nodes also in another axis, making this big grand square. And whenever we have a grand square in astrology, it talks about the universe pushing us to make choices to choose our next chapter. So the grand cross for Leos is standing in your financial houses, in your houses of resources. So likely there will be decisions involving finances and resources about also where do you want to invest your energy, your time, your money moving forward. And you're going to have to think about long-term plans. What do you want? What do you see yourself do in the future that aligns with the expression of your creativity, of who you are, your message, what you're here to share with the people? Because the North Node is right now in your 11th house. So it really talks about, not the North Node, sorry, the full moon is in your 11th house. So that talks about making choices for the long term. The North Node is in your 8th house, which is a very transformational house of also of healing, but also of changing things around. So there could be very important conversations around this full moon in Gemini. Gemini is communication, information, writing, speaking, receiving messages. So you could have very important conversation, receiving messages, even negotiations that can also lead to change of plans, because we have this opposition between Mercury and Uranus around the time of this full moon, which is going to be exact on December 10th. So Uranus is this kind of planet that brings the unexpected, that allows us to really pivot quickly. We need to be flexible. We need to make decisions regarding the information that's going to come up around this full moon. And Mercury right now is in your 4th house. Uranus is in your 10th house. So there could be information that you didn't know about, let's say, your career, about something professional, or about your home, your place of living. So it's going to likely bring decisions around your professional life versus your personal life, your home, your career, your work projects, and also allow you to reorganize your home and working space maybe, because some things are just about to change at the time of this full moon. But it's going to give you a lot more direction and clarity on what lies ahead for the future, and especially as we're stepping into a universal year 1 next year. Yay! So 2 weeks later, on December 19, we have a new moon, a beautiful new moon in Sagittarius that falls on the galactic center and activates your 5th house. So this is magical for Leos, magical. 5th house is the house traditionally ruled by Leo. And since it's in Sagittarius, it falls on the galactic center. It's a very evolved portal of cosmic wisdom that is opening for all of us. And many souls, generally speaking, I think are going to gain awareness on their life purpose, understand why they're here. And for you Leos, it's going to give you more elements of answer about like why you're here, like what are you here to shine, what kind of qualities allow you to shine as an individual. So you're likely going to get guidance at this time around what's your next important step in your soul journey. And this is a beautiful, beautiful new moon that also Venus is close to this new moon. So, and the fifth house is also about romance, love, bringing more of that wonder for life, excitement. So this is a new moon that favors love, soulmates, and especially because, again, it's in the fifth house. So some Leos could be starting a new romance at this time. If it's not romance, it could also be a creative project, something that feels very inspiring with Venus there, or something very lucrative. Venus is also the planet of money. So you could be starting a creative project, or you have an idea that could be bringing in money also. So you're going to feel very creative. It's the right time for Leos to take center stage and to really express yourself in a more creative way, to share your message, and surround yourself with love, beauty, balance, peace, which is Venus. Also, you could be making travel plans with the people you love, having fun with people you love. And it's a beautiful, also new moon to be manifesting whatever you want to create at this time. So let's look at the month of December with the cards for Leos.
Okay, let's see what we have for Leos. So your card is Divine Creation. Absolutely.
With baby Jesus for December. I love it.
Yes, it's true. It's not even a Christmas back and you have baby Jesus. That's amazing. And you mentioned the fifth house, correct?
It could be also giving birth for some, or being pregnant.
Exactly. Or having your baby in a sense of a business, a project, or creativity of any kind.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely. We seem to have the energy of travel around you also. So something could be inspiring you. We have the house, so that's very interesting. And then we have the Three of Cups. I think that it's going to be a very powerful month to celebrate something, that you're either traveling or that you choose to stay home, but people are traveling to you maybe. It seems to be a very powerful month to celebrate, to create, to be in the joy. So I want to say that for a lot of people in this time of the year, it's more about recharging and trying to have time off. For Leos, it seems like you are going to be very busy creating. Yeah, creating, and also getting that divine inspiration through connections, through joy, through travel for some of you, like I said. So I want to say that no matter what you're going to create, there is going to be joy. There is going to be celebration that are going to be there. And for some of you, we don't have the seventh house, but for some of you may found a person that you're going to commit with, either in business or in your romantic life. It could be stranger from another place, since we have the energy of travel also. So you could be meeting abroad, or you could be meeting someone that comes from a different place in your hometown. But overall, extremely beautiful energy. I know no time off really for you in a sense, because you're going to have inspiration you're going to have to act on, but still very beautiful energy.
I love it. I'm ready. Yay, I claim this. And if you, just like me, are claiming this reading, let us know in the comments down below. And do make sure you like this video if you did enjoy it, of course. Leos, we wish you the best month of December, full of inspiration, of blessings coming your way. And now let's talk about Virgos. So this is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Big month for Virgos, big month, because we're going to have, first of all, the full moon in your 10th house of career, of professional life, of future even. And then the new moon in Sag is going to be in your 4th house. So whenever we have that happening, plus the nodes are, the South node is in your sign, the North node is in your 7th house in Pisces. So that makes 4 angular houses of your chart being activated. So we know that's a big month for Virgos. We know that like big, let's say, foundational events are taking place during the month of December. And I would say especially close to the beginning of the month, because on December 4th, we have a full moon in Gemini at 13 degrees. That is in your 10th house. And this one is exactly squaring, making this grand cross with the nodes that are also at 13 degrees in Virgo and Pisces. So especially if you're a Virgo born around like beginning of September, you're going to be like Sophie and I under the spotlight of transformation and evolution. So whenever we have a grand cross, like we have at the time of this full moon, it means that we have major choices and decisions to make for the direction of our life. So the universe is blessing us with free will in order to make sure that we align that to our sense of life purpose, to where we want to align our life for the future. And the 10th house is, yes, our career, professional life that is going to be very much activated, but also it's the future, is our general direction in life. So around the beginning of December, we could be finishing up a project around the theme of communication, marketing, business, just a work project in general, social media involving writing, speaking. I know I will personally, and can't wait to share that with you. So a work project or a career project is likely culminating around the time of December 4th, and you will be presented with different avenues to choose from for where you want to go next. And especially because Mercury, the ruler of this full moon, which is also your ruler, is right now in Scorpio in your 3rd house. So it's like different avenues, different possibilities. It's also talking with a lot of people, being social, receiving messages. So you will be very much stimulated as far as possibilities, information coming your way. And also it's making a quasi opposition to Uranus, the planet of surprise information coming to you and needing to be flexible, to pivot quickly, to change plans quickly, because of those unexpected information that we're receiving from someone else. So expect important conversations to take place around this full moon, negotiations, communication that may lead to a change of plan also. Also, I could see for Virgos, sudden movement, sudden travel plans or sudden changes. So just be open to that. You're a mutable sign, Virgo, so I know you will be able to adapt in the best of your abilities. And at the time of this full moon, the universe is pushing you to align with the right people, the right partners, the right collaborators, in order to feel inspired and aligning with your life purpose. And then 2 weeks later, December 19, we have a beautiful new moon in Sag, which is going to be very foundational for you Virgos because it's in your 4th house. So there is a new cycle opening up in your 4th house of home, of place of living, of family, of personal life. And it's being conjunct to Venus, the planet of harmony, of peace, beauty, love. And also it's on the galactic center. So we're going to receive a lot of that cosmic wisdom from our higher self, from our guides. So it's really important that we take time to connect, to have a spiritual practice, especially around this new moon and on December 19. And I feel like many souls are going to gain awareness about what's their life purpose and what's the next step of their soul's evolution. And that new moon, like I said, favors love, soulmates, because it's close to Venus. So a lot of Virgos could be either, let's say, moving with a soulmate or starting a new phase of their personal life that feels a lot more fulfilling, emotionally speaking. We will also receive collectively a lot of light activations around this new moon, guidance, and because it's in your 4th house, you could be also connecting with nature and specific places on the grid that really allows for that activation to take place, Virgos. So Virgos will be starting a new cycle where you feel more at home. Some also could be making relocation plans, or starting a new phase with your living situation, or just adding more beauty to your life, more balance to your life, more harmony to your home. And Jupiter is in your 11th house, which is the ruler of this new moon. So you're going to be feeling more social. You could be inviting people to your place, hosting, and even making a spiritual ritual to add more love and peace to your home and to the world, because it's in the sign of Sagittarius. So let's look at December as a whole for Virgos.
Yes, let's see. So what is the card of the month for Virgos for December? We have discovery. Let's see what it means for you. For Virgos for December, your first card is the Three of Cups, so celebration, joy, tons of big opportunities to just do that. Be happy, celebrate good news, victories, celebration of many type. We know that it's also going to be the month of the holidays, but there is going to be other reasons why you're going to want to celebrate, and maybe reconciliation with people that you haven't seen in a long time. We have the card of the Devil, interesting, and we have the card of the Star. So a lot of healing this month. A lot of your past issues, your worries are going to just melt away and are going to give space for what new opportunities, what future with the Star and with the card of discovery, what future you want to create for yourself. So just like Julie said in the past line, this would be an amazing moment to just imagine what you want to call in your life through a vision board for this month, because there is so much joy that you're going to get, and the fear has lost. The fear, the illusions has completely lost. It's between the Three of Cups and the Star. It has absolutely no chance in the month of December for you guys. It is going to be about, what do I want to create? What do I want to do? What future do I want for myself? And there is no stopping you. So again, this is a month where you're going to see that your worries not only melt away, but you have complete victory over them. And I know that coming out of this very difficult few months of 2025, hearing this may sound too good to be true, but just wait for December, because what we see here is a full moon. It's a blue moon. It's truly over. There is some cycle that is going to just finish, done, and never coming back, at least not for a very long time, if ever. So plenty of reason to celebrate. The only thing I want to say is to be grateful, because you may miss it. Don't stay in the old energy of fear, or the fear of celebrating and the fear of being happy by fearing that something may come in to ruin it. Be happy and be grateful.
I claim this reading personally, and let me know if you do too in the comments below. And wow, this is beautiful, Sophie. I love that. Celebration. I'm all in for that. And yeah, do make sure you like this video if you did enjoy this prediction video for you guys. And thank you so much, Virgos. Thank you for being here with us. We wish you a beautiful celebration of like you've never seen before during December. So for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, let's look at the month of December. Well, it's going to be very much activating your houses of communication and higher learning, teaching. So you're going to learn a lot. You're going to be asked to be either the student and the teacher, and oftentimes both at the same times, because this is the nature of life. So let's start on December 4th with the full moon in Gemini activating your 9th house. So I think this is going to be a beautiful energy for Libras. You could be finishing up a project around this time that deals with communication, with teaching, with even legal matters, with traveling, higher learning. It could be a spiritual experience that you're ending at this time, or a project dealing with international people, international affairs in general. And I feel for all of you Libras, it could be also a big learning experience that could be ending at this time, because it's in the sign of Gemini, and also it's in your 9th house. So you will be presented with different avenues to choose from, different options, where you'd like to invest yourself next. What would you like to experience next? Because Mercury is in your 2nd house right now and being opposed by Uranus in your 8th house. So there could also be, let's say, decisions around finances, about investments. And this is why I say, like, where do you want to invest yourself next? Because it's also an investment of yourself, of your time, your energy. And this full moon in Gemini is making a grand cross with the nodes, which means that there is likely going to be important decisions that are needed to be made around this time of this full moon. And because it's in the ninth house, it's like, what is your soul willing to experience next? What is the next step of your big spiritual development? So there could be important conversations, negotiations, communication that may also lead to change of plans because of that opposition with Uranus. So sudden information coming to us, needing to fix issues or change our plans maybe. And for you, Libra, this Grand Cross is what we call in moksha houses. So it's spiritual houses, but also houses that lead to change. So you are being asked by the universe to connect more with your higher self, with your guides, the ninth house, to release what you no longer need and focus on embodying more of your true self on a daily basis, because your north node is right now in your sixth house of your day-to-day life, or physical body. So it's going to feel very spiritual, but it's going to ask you to really make it practical in a way, to really make it part of your daily life, whatever you're learning around the time of this full moon. And it could also deal with work, because the north node is in your sixth house. Sixth house is also health, it's also work. So you could be having like a moment that leads you to another, let's say, road as far as professional projects and your day-to-day life. And then 2 weeks later, on December 19, you have an activation of your third house with the new moon in Sagittarius. So third house is very much about messages, about communications, and this new moon is on the galactic center. So expect messages, guidance, downloads from the universe, and even, like, I would say, like, from random things and people. So you're going to hear words and you're going to be like, oh, so the universe could try to talk to you through different people, through different, even, I would say, like, things you're watching on YouTube, or through other people, through us, through synchronicities. So there's going to be lots of messages destined for you. And collectively, many souls around the time of December 19, around this new moon, are getting awareness about what's their life purpose. And for you specifically, Libras, you're going to get a lot of those messages because it's the third house, about what's the next important step on your soul's journey. So that new moon will favor love, soulmates. Venus is really much a big part of that new moon. It's close to the sun and the moon. So you could also receive messages from loved ones, from a romantic interest, if you do have one. It's going to be a really good time to communicate, to express your love to other people, also to receive those messages, and also to have important conversations with loved ones. So it could be friends, it could be romantic. And some could also be making relocation plans, travel plans around this time, or even plans in general, because the third house is like trying to plan stuff, trying to align different things. It's in the sign of Sagittarius. So that's why I'm talking about travel, relocation. And right now, Jupiter is in your 10th house of career, of life purpose, of direction. So you could be very much focused on career and future plans. And likely, I feel like some Libras will also get some opportunities to travel for work that could be presented around the time of this new moon. So let's look at the cards for our beautiful Libras for December.
Let's see what we have for you for this month. So your card is Life Lesson. And let's see what we have with your tarot card as well. So for this month, we have the very first card is the Knight of Swords. The Star, beautiful energy. And we have the Chariot. Okay, you are moving forward. You are making absolute leaps in your future with those cards of quick future and movement. Amazing. So I think that you learned important life lesson that you needed to learn, and now it is just this what do we do now? Because what you also have learned collectively, it's to not miss another opportunity. I think that in your past, you have had regrets maybe about losing an opportunity. And now it's about, okay, I know I need to move forward. And I know I need to prepare for my future in a way that is meaningful. Could be life lesson in such a way that is related to your mission, to your healing, to your past life. It could be relationship wise, but now it's about, I don't want to miss another opportunity. And you're going to see that around this time, you're going to have tons of signs. So we have birds around her that are guiding her, and it may be signs and symbols from any places, but it is going to be guiding you on not missing the right opportunity. Of course, if you want to make sure it is the right thing for you, muscle test, do your cards, pendulum, look at your astrology, look at all of those things, but it is part of your evolution at this point to make steps into your planning, into your future, and not to continue just as is, as you did in the past months.
Wow. Okay. I love that. It really aligns with the ninth house, with Sagittarius and the ninth house for Libras, which are getting this divine guidance about like our soul's journey. So I love that for you, Libras. Let us know if that resonates in the comments below. Do make sure you like this video if you did enjoy that. And we wish you the most beautiful, enlightening month of December where you really get to connect with your higher self and have amazing revelations. So now let's talk about our, oh, I forgot to change the thing here. Well, okay. Yes. So for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising, let's talk about you, Scorpios. So it will be a very, I would say, financial month for a lot of Scorpios. So we're going to have the full moon activating your 8th house, which is the house associated with you, with Scorpios. So a very transformational full moon, but also dealing with money. And then we're going to have the new moon activating your 2nd house, which is all about money, finances, investments. So let's first talk about the first one. So December 4th, we're going to have a full moon in the sign of Gemini at 13 degree, activating your 8th house of Scorpio. So you're going to feel very familiar with that full moon. And this full moon is very important and pivotal because it's making a grand cross with the nodes. So meaning that you're going to have the north node and the south node making that grand cross with this full moon, which talks about decisions, major life changes, being at a crossroad. And that full moon is in your 8th house. So meaning you're really close to finishing up a big phase of transformation, Scorpios. Not saying that we'll ever stop transforming because it's the nature of life, but you're closing out a huge important phase of your inner transformation around that time, around the beginning of December. Or it could also be a big healing phase that might be culminating at this time. So you're really being focused on those inner changes, your inner life, those big transformations. And you might be also opening up more to other people. The 8th house is also wanting to merge with someone else, wanting more intimacy, needing to let go of past traumas, past fears surrounding being vulnerable, surrounding loving another. So that could also be the case for you. So you might be letting go of those past fears and really diving deeper into investing yourself into a relationship or an experience. So you're likely, Scorpios, you're going to be faced with different choices to test if you integrated the lesson and the healing that you just did in the prior phase. So also, aside from that phase of like letting go of past fears, of transforming your inner world, there is also a situation that could be involving shared finances, mutual finances that needs a decision from you because as we said, it's going to be a very financial month and the nodes plus the full moon are all in your financial houses. So think about like, or it could be like a decision coming up regarding that, like what direction do you want to take with your finances, and likely also involving another, so a partner, an ex-partner, something like that. And the ruler of that full moon is Mercury. It's in your sign, it's in Scorpio, and it's almost making an exact opposition to Uranus at this time. So it's pushing you to research relevant information. Also expect some communication, sudden communication coming from someone else that could also change the portrait of a situation. So there could be important conversation, negotiation, communication that may lead to change of plans, that may need you to adapt quickly to. So there is likely going to be negotiations around money with other people for a lot of Scorpios, involving also sudden movement, travel plans that could also change. But yeah, like we said, financial houses. So lots of decisions around your finances, how you want to set up your life for the future. So that full moon will be very pivotal in order to strategize for you, Scorpios. And also follow what lights you up, because the North Node is in your 5th house of creation, of feeling creative, of feeling inspired, of taking a more central stage role. So you will need to really make sure that the ground is set up for you to take up that creative role. And then on December 19, we have a beautiful new moon in the sign of Sagittarius, and this time it's activating your 2nd house of finances, of resources. So we're opening up a new phase. And then with the decisions that you took at the beginning of December, that also involves finances. Now you have a choice of where do you want to invest your money, your time, your energy, like where do you want to invest for the future? And this new moon is conjunct the galactic center. So it's very magical with the energies. So it's a beautiful time to connect with your higher self, with your guides, to get even more guidance, because it's going to deal with the future. It's not just now in the moment. It's also about like this grand sense of like having a purpose in this life. So you will need to set up to invest mindfully in order to really be aligning with your life purpose. So I feel like many souls around this time are going to get awareness about their life purpose, about what's the next important step in their soul's journey. And we have Venus part of that new moon. So it could be a very positive sign, especially for Scorpios in your 2nd house, to have like resources that you will choose to invest wherever you want. So Venus could be money. It could be also getting help. So you will have to make a choice around like where do you want to invest that money, that energy moving forward. And you will get the support that you need financially with the abundance of the universe. And also a lot of Scorpios, I feel, are going to make an important investment, either with money, with time, with energy. And also it could be you deciding to invest yourself more in a relationship, in a creative project, in a business project, which also can be Venus. And Jupiter right now is in your 9th house, which is the ruler of this new moon. So connecting even more with your higher self, with your guides, to receive this guidance that's going to help you with this next phase of your life. So let's look at the cards for our beautiful Scorpios.
Yes, and hopefully you don't hear too much the big work that is happening in the background.
So far, so good.
Good, perfect, excellent. Let's see what we have for you guys for this month of December. Your card of the month is Collective Unconscious, and that fits really well with the Scorpio. So let's see what are also your cards of tarot. Just judging by this card, timing is absolutely essential in this month for you. So let's see what we have here. We have a 10 of Wands. We have the King of Swords. And we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, I feel like you have been in a very difficult phase lately where you felt that you were cursed or that things were never going to get well. I think that it had forced you to research more, to plan more, to prepare more your skills, because it was simply not the right timing for you in the past, but you had no indication of what was the problem, what was blocking, what was coming. And what I'm seeing with those cards is that you have worked extremely hard to prepare in order for you to finally win at something, where in fact it was not you, it was the wrong timing. And now what we see here is that you're preparing the ground to get the right timing, but now you have all of those skills that you have learned and all of that preparation and all of that research that you have done in order to get it the right way, the right start. And when this timing is going to be right, which is going to be either starting in December or early in January, you're going to see that all of it is going to be very easy now for you. So something is going to unblock. And with this, I really want you to get out of your mind, because you may think that you may expect and think that things are going to be very hard, just like they used to be, but now it's going to be the right timing. Now it's going to be the lifting of the obstacles. And now we're going to really see that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, but now it's the right timing with the universe. And now you get to succeed at what you have been preparing. So last card for you, because I know that this is going to be a very big month for you. Yes, you have been waiting. But what is very interesting is that you knew somehow what you needed to get in order to make things easier, and you did the work. So now you are absolutely the best person in order to start this thing that you're trying to start. And when you're going to receive the green light, which is going to come in an instant, because you're a Scorpio, you're going to see that things are going to be very easy and things are going to align very perfectly for you.
Yay for easiness for Scorpios. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be like, finally. I know this Scorpio season hasn't been the easiest, and even for Scorpios, and we had the Mercury retrograde partly in Scorpio. So I think we're, especially through mid-December, where we're finally getting out of that post-shadow of Mercury retrograde. Once and for all, I feel like Scorpios are going to be like breezing through life with a lot more ease. So let us know if that resonates down below in the comments, beautiful Scorpios. Do make sure you like this video if you did enjoy the content, and have a wonderful month of December. We love you very much. And now let's talk about our beautiful Sagittarius, which are the stars of the show. So first of all, a very happy solar return to all of you who are celebrating your birthday during the month of December. I feel like Sagittarius are going to be very much blessed, especially this Sagittarius season this month. So let's talk about you, because it's going to be all about you having the center stage. And I feel like we're going to have very magical energies for you guys. So December 4th, let's start there. We have a full moon in your 7th house, in your sector of relationships, partnerships, even clients. It's at 13th degree of Gemini. So this full moon is beautiful, but it's also making a grand cross with the nodes. So we have the sun, the moon opposing each other, but also we have the nodes in another axis, which together they're making this big grand cross. And whenever we have that with the nodes, it means that it's like an activation, eclipse-like activation. And the universe is pushing you to make choices, to make big life decisions, and especially for you. And since it's in your 7th house, it's likely involving other people, either relationship, partnership, the life of your partner, which is also the 7th house. And if you're seeing clients, it can also have to do with the public, the clients that you're seeing. And everything that we just talked about is happening and activating your angular houses, which is going to be very foundational for the rest, I was going to say, of the month, of your life even. So this is going to be a very important time for you, Sagittarius. And we have a full moon, so the end of a phase of a certain experience regarding a relationship, regarding a partnership, regarding a project that you're doing with someone else, or just a lesson that you were going through regarding relationships. Maybe you did a lot of introspection regarding like the relationship dynamics that you had before. Maybe you're working on yourself through relationships. So there's a certain lesson regarding relationships that is being highlighted at this time. And now you're presented with different avenues to choose from where you'd like to go next. So Mercury, the ruler of this full moon in Gemini, is right now in your 12th house and being opposite to Uranus in your 6th house. So you might get a lot of psychic messages. Whenever we have Mercury in the 12th house, it's where the veil is at its thinnest. So it's really good to connect even more through meditation, any kind of spiritual practice, to see a psychic, to see a medium. If you'd like to see Sophie, that's an amazing time to do that. Or just to have a dream journal to get, you're probably going to get messages through your dreams. And you're naturally very psychic, Sagittarius, let's be honest. But you're going to get even more of those messages, downloads, and especially about what your guides want to communicate at this time. That is important for you to integrate in your 3D/4D life. So the universe will be pushing you at the time of this moment to align with the right people, the right partners, the right collaborators, the right opportunities to work with other people, whether romantic, whether professionally. But it's talking about important life decisions. And you could be at this time, if you have a partner, making plans with a partner, making plans about a place of living, about your family. And you're likely going to be very much focused on your emotional fulfillment, your personal life. Like, how can another person add some more joy to your life? And how can you build a stronger, more solid, more, let's say, solid life moving forward with your North Node in the 4th house. So this is going to be a very foundational full moon in regards to partnership, to your personal life. And then 2 weeks later, on December 19, at the very end of your season, of your Sagittarius season, we have a new moon at 28 degrees Sagittarius in your 1st house that is going to be conjunct the galactic center. So a super magical new moon to end Sagittarius season. And plus we have Venus part of that new moon. So Venus bringing its blessings of love, of balance, of fairness, of harmony. And you're really blessed, especially as a Sagittarius, because it's happening in your sign. So you will have like a lot of guidance from the universe to really connect with your life purpose. It's in your sign. So what are you here to do as a soul? What are you here to teach as a soul? You're a Sagittarius. What are you here to guide other people to? Because again, you're a Sagittarius. So you're going to get likely a lot of guidance about the next important step of your soul journey. And this new moon is going to favor love, soulmates, alliances, friendships. And you're going to receive a lot of that light activation, light codes, that guidance to start a new cycle where you feel you can embody more of your true self and your life purpose. And because Venus rules your 6th house and your 11th house, some of you could be adding new revenues, a new work, could be having a new work project, even changing jobs or adding a side job. And 11th house is the house of friendship. So you could have also a new friendship that is being born around this time. That is going to be really beautiful and helping you to get on your life's journey even more. For some, it could be a new romance at work, or that starts like a friendship. So there is love in the air, definitely for everyone, but especially for you, Sagittarius. And Jupiter is in your 8th house right now, of wanting that to release blocks about intimacy, about really merging with another. So you're really in for a beautiful new moon, and even a transformation of your finances with that Venus. And I think the most important thing you need to remember is that you can really manifest whatever you'd like to start. So just wish whatever you want to manifest. Let's look at the cards for our beautiful Saggies.
Yes, I really see that this month. Is it because it's Sagittarius, you think, or is there more that why we can manifest so much this month?
I think it's all the conjunction on the galactic center, also with Sagittarius season, but all the planets are moving through the galactic center. So it's like we're getting beams of that higher frequencies. And Sagittarius also is ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is the planet of blessings, of abundance. So yeah.
Okay, let's see. And galactic center is 27 degree of Sagittarius, correct?
Yeah, close to 28, yeah.
So for those of you who have your natal chart you want to look at where it falls. And if you haven't done so, we do have the amazing Julie that does it for you. And it comes with a 20 pages report with everything you need to know about your natal chart.
Thank you. Yeah, the link is down below.
Okay, so let's see what we have for you guys for this month of December. Oh, wow. Empowerment.
Ooh.
Very powerful. Okay, there's no joking with you guys. Let's see. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands, success, and we have justice. Amazing. Okay, I think in the past you have been tested a lot. And we see that with you guys because the Two of Pentacles talks about how you have been tested with the universe and other people point of view where they brought you things that were not fair. They brought you things that push your limits and that were taking from you. And that you had to sometimes deal with it because at the time there was no way of getting the justice. And we see here the return of the balance. We see here the return of the justice, Six of Wands and the Justice card. So you are going to get what you are deserving of. And maybe it's going to be very easy to see it through agreements, through reparation, through court cases, through money coming to you, or through luck. Sometimes it's just going to be through karma. You may not know exactly, but you're going to feel inside that you are stronger. You're going to feel like you're more confident, and you're going to feel supported now from the universe. It's not that you were not, it's you needed to go through that phase to be tested. So you talked about love a lot, and we have the card of justice in the Six of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. I think that there is going to be also a question about how others see you, and they're going to see you in a way that is way more positive than they saw you in the past. Not because you were not deserving in the past, but because they didn't see you in a fair way, because that was also part of what you went through. For some of you, it may be engagement, contract, it could be marriage, it could be business contract. But we do see that everything that is coming is going to be fair, and you have to put yourself first, because what is meant to come in for you starting this month is everything that brings you back your power, everything that brings you back your resources, so your time, and putting you as a priority, and everything is meant to make you stronger. So I would love to be a Sagittarius this month.
Yay, my moon is in Sag. Let us know if you too are claiming this reading in the comments down below. And do make sure you hit the like button if you did enjoy our video. Thank you so much, Saggies. Again, a very happy solar return to all of you. And we love you very much. Have a wonderful month of December, the most beautiful ever. And now let's talk about the other stars of the show. Beautiful Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. So if you are a Capricorn sun and you're celebrating your birthday during the month of December, a very, very happy birthday to you. We're sending you so much love. So as of December 21st, you're going to be under the spotlight of solar returns, because it's going to be Capricorn season. And we're celebrating the solstice, which is a beautiful celebration that I love very much. But before so, we're going to have a full moon on the 4th, a new moon on the 19th. And whenever it's before our birthday season, it means that the sun is transiting our 12th house. So we're kind of recharging, we're dealing with the past, we're in the more hermit phase usually. So you're going to have a lot of activation around the 6th house and the 12th house. So let's talk about that. Capricorns, before your big birthday season. So first of all, December 4th, we have a full moon in Gemini, and that's going to activate your 6th house of work, of health. So you could be at this time finishing up a project that deals with work, that deals with communication, with social media, something that deals with health that you're finishing up around this time. Maybe you tried a new routine, a new diet. So there is an integration of something you have learned in your daily life, and now you're fully ready to integrate it. So this is the embodiment of the lesson that you just learned. And especially since past May, when we had the Gemini season, now this full moon in Gemini is kind of closing out this big learning phase that we had. So again, there could be a work or career project that comes to a culmination for you, Capricorn, around this time. And because this full moon is making a grand cross with the nodes, it has this kind of eclipse-like energy to it, where we have to make important choices for our lives. And for you, Capricorn, of course, it's in your 6th house of work, of daily routines. So it could have to do also with your work. So you're going to be presented with different avenues to choose from, different options, different opportunities about where you'd like to go next. And especially because Mercury, which is the ruler of this full moon, is in your 11th house of long-term goals, you're going to be asked to really think about the future. Where do you see yourself in 5-10 years from now? And what can you kind of implement right now around your health, around your day-to-day routine, about your work that can really lead you to this vision that you have for yourself. And because Mercury is in almost opposition with Uranus, we can expect at this time, let's say, change of plans or different information, communication that comes to us that allows us to, that requires us rather to pivot quickly, to make different changes to our plans. So just remain flexible as much as you can. And that grand cross for you, Capricorn, is happening in what we call moksha houses. So it's all about change, all about not necessarily keeping everything the way it was done before, needing to perfect things, needing to change things, to go out of your comfort zone, to let go of some of the stuff. So you'll have a big, let's say, cleansing to do. Some things are going to follow you in the next phase, something won't be able to follow you. But the universe, generally speaking, is pushing you to align with the right people, the right partners, the right collaborators, the right business idea. Your North Node is in your 3rd house, which is also being a student of life, keeping on learning, keeping on adapting quickly. And I know it may be hard for a Capricorn because sometimes you're built to be, let's say, more set in your ways, to be building a strong foundation that can be carried on in the future. But now you're in a phase where the universe is requiring of you to remain flexible, to adapt to quick changes. And around this full moon, there will likely be changes and important life decisions, especially regarding to your day-to-day life. 2 weeks later, we have a new moon in Sagittarius on December 19. And for you, Capricorn, it's going to be the last days of Sagittarius season. So the sun will be in the last degrees in your 12th house right before it changes to your sign. So it's a new moon of more introspection because the sun will finish up its transit of your 12th house, which is, as I said earlier, more hermit-like, more introspective. You might feel a little bit like you don't have as much energy. You need to rest more. You need to sleep more. You need to spend more time alone, which is totally normal. But this one is truly magical because it's conjunct the galactic center and it's in your 12th house. So you're going to receive a lot of messages. If you tune in to your higher self, to your guides, you're going to likely receive a lot of different and important messages around this time. And you're going to get a lot of awareness about your life purpose, what you're here to do, what's the next step of your soul's journey. And it's going also to shed a light of what's been hidden before, which is the 12th house, which is the unconscious. And you might also learn about new psychic gifts that you have or strengthen those psychic gifts. You will strengthen your intuition around this new moon in Sagittarius, because you're going to get like clearer guidance or validation of your feelings that you already had. And also we have Venus as part of this beautiful new moon. So it really favors love, soulmates, relationships. And also you will receive a lot of light activation, guidance, messages for your dreams, which is also the 12th house. It's a beautiful time to be starting a spiritual practice, a healing journey, to be having a dream journal, to be starting to listen more to your intuition, to do a course around spirituality, about past lives, or to see a medium, to be diving deep around like what's being illuminated for you that was hidden before. So it's going to be, of course, different for everyone. And while Venus rules your 5th house and your 10th house, so a lot of you could also be starting a creative or artistic project around this time. And the 12th house is really, really creative and artistic, and Venus also. So, but if you're doing so, it's probably going to be in secret. You're going to be like really invested in your thing. Let's say like a writer that really needs its creative bubble in order to prepare something. And some can also be aligning with someone from the past, with a past romantic interest, with a soulmate, with some kind of spiritual teacher. And Jupiter right now, the ruler of this new moon, is in your 7th house. So there will be opportunities to align with the right people to help you continue your spiritual journey in the highest frequency possible. So let's look at what we have for December for our beautiful Capricorns.
Let's see what we have. And we saw in a previous reading that Capricorn have the most potential for enlightenment, because they start with this very matrix committed to career and to longevity. So in this month, I feel like you are connecting, tapping into your true potential of awakening. Okay. Look at this beautiful card. Oh, you have 2. Let's take the 2. Okay, so this is your card for the month, and it says conviction. So conviction, and we have, oh my God, I cannot say this word. Idealisms. Is that how you say that? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm not surprised. Okay, this is Capricorn, and I think it's your sense of ethics, your sense of hard worker kind of personality, plus the blessing of this season where you're going to add direction to your hard work. And I feel like you're going to be invincible. I think you're going to be unstoppable during this month. So I cannot wait to see your cards for tarot for this month. So are we seeing that they have something with Chiron or Mars going on by any chance? I don't know if you can see that.
Let me see.
We have...
Well, Mars is in Sagittarius and in their 12th house, and Chiron is in their 4th house.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, it's extremely spiritual when we think about what kind of...
And sorry, Mars is going to enter Capricorn mid-month.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah.
Which is a super power place for Mars to be in. It's exalted in Capricorn.
Absolutely. So your reading it's not something tangible I think I'm going to provide for you this month. It's really just a big energy shift that you're going to feel this month. You're going to be absolutely unstoppable. It's going to be very 5D. You're going to be very energetic, a shift of an energy, a shift in the air. But again, that sense of adding a vision to what you want to achieve, adding some sense of, we are adding some purpose to your go, go, go energy. We're adding some purpose to your big goals. And we have Queen of Swords, so clarity over what you're trying to achieve. So everybody that is Capricorn is trying to get, what is my mission? I can work on any type of job, but what is it that I'm going to feel fulfilled in? You may have that clarity, you may have that direction this month. We have the Death card, so a big change potentially in career or the way that you do things is coming to add more purpose. Six of Cups, to add more significance, to add your heart to what you're doing. So I do believe that you are in your, what they call the villain era. You are unstoppable, and people are going to you're not just going to be a follower at all. You are going to be a leader. You're going to go for your conviction, but on top of it, you're adding your heart to it. So that makes you completely unstoppable, because you're not just doing it for money or for rewards. You're doing it because it feels good to do it. You're going to wake up to do those things with pleasure. And it could be job. It could be a hobby. It could just be something that you start as volunteering or anything. But what I'm seeing is a complete devotion from your heart, your mind, and your soul in what you're going to start. If you don't do it this month, but you're feeling the urge, but you don't earn it, you don't honor it, you may be passing by something very important for your soul journey. So listen to your intuition. So listen to what your heart desires, because it's going to be very, very clear. And last thing I want to say is that you have the sword of the truth that is there, and you have the armor. So you don't have to protect yourself from the exterior world. You don't have to protect yourself from failing. It's all going to be okay. You know what you want. It's not an illusion. So just go for it.
Wow, I love that. And yeah, as of mid-December, you're going to be truly unstoppable, Capricorn. You're going to have this energy come back to you. And Mars in your sign is like stamina and to really pursue your goals. So I really love that reading. Let us know if you resonate with that. If you want to claim the reading that we just did for you, do make sure you enter in the comments your thoughts, and also do make sure you like this video if you enjoyed the content. And again, a very happy solar return birthdays to all of you celebrating your birthdays during December. We love you, Capricorns. Have a wonderful month. Okay, let's talk about Aquarius. Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. So it's going to be an interesting month, and I think very creative and very Aquarian-like, because we're going to have an activation of your 5th house of creativity, of fun, but also of your 11th house, which is naturally ruled by Aquarius. So you're going to be very yourself, unique individual. So let's start on December 4th. We have a full moon in the sign of Gemini, activating your 5th house of creativity, fun, children, vacation, business project even. So this is a full moon, which means that you could be at this time finishing up a project that deals maybe with a creative idea, communication, a fun project. Maybe you're finishing up vacations. It can also be a business project that you're kind of finishing up around this time. So whatever kind of project or experience that comes to an end at this time, it means that things are going to change, because you're at a crossroads like everybody else. But for you, Aquarians, you're going to have choices to make regarding what you like to create, what you'd like to bring into the world next. So this full moon is making a grand cross with the South Node and the North Node that are right now in your 2nd and 8th house. So the Sun, the Moon, the North Node, the South Node are kind of at a crossroad themselves. So it means that you're going to have to make important life decisions, and especially around finances, because those are all financial houses for you. And with the full moon in the 5th house, it talks also about like what do you want to create? What do you want to bring into the world? Is this a business? Is this a creation? Is this a child? Is this more free time to do whatever inspires you, a hobby? And you'll have to really set up the ground and your life in order to be able to be more in that frequency of joy of creation, if that's what you'd like to experience. Also, it could deal with children, which is the 5th house, forgot to say. And yeah, you will be presented with different avenues to choose from where you want to go next. Mercury, the ruler, is in your 10th house right now. So for a lot of Aquarians, I feel like it's going to deal with career, with work projects. Where would you like to invest yourself and create also revenues for the future? Do expect important conversations around the beginning of December, important negotiations, communication that may also lead to change of plans, because Mercury is in an almost exact opposition to Uranus, the planet of surprises and sudden shifts. So for everyone, there are going to be likely important life decisions. And for you Aquarians, it's likely going to be financial in nature, but also having to do with your resources, your time, your energy. Where do you want to invest those moving forward? So do you want to have more time, more free time to create, to rest, to go on vacation, to spend more time with your family, to enjoy your hobbies? So it will ask of you to reorganize your schedule, your time management, your resources in order to be able to do so. And then 2 weeks later, December 19, we have a new moon in Sag. That will be in your 11th house, ruled by Aquarius. So this is going to feel natural for you Aquarians. And it will ask of you to look at the future, at what is your vision for your life in the next 5, 10 years, 15 years. And what I loved about this new moon is that it's falling right on the galactic center. So it's very magical. We're going to be beamed with a lot of energies from the cosmos, more evolved energies that we're accustomed to being in contact with. And since it's in the 11th house, there could also be like energies and entities from other realms that also want to get in contact with you. And you're going to likely have a lot of activations with this new moon. And even Aquarius, I'm going to say you might have also visions of the future around this new moon in Sagittarius. Aquarius is a sign that deals with the future, 11th house as well. So you may also have glimpses of what your future life may look like. And to imagine it and to have visions and to visualize it will be a very important tool for you to manifest around this new moon. So a lot of souls are going to gain more awareness around like what's their life purpose, what they're here to do with this galactic center being activated. And this new moon will favor also love, doing what you love, getting together with like-minded people in your 11th house, soulmates, romantic, friendship, inspiration, collaboration, projects that inspire you, 11th house. And you're going to feel a lot more inspiration with Venus also being part of this beautiful new moon. There could be also for Aquarians a new project, a new collaboration, a new friendship, a new group, a new social group, a new event that you're going to, a new social activity, even social media project. Some could also choose to rebrand their social media, rebrand their website. Venus is the image, the aesthetic. Or you could also be starting something new that leads to your long-term goals. So I love that for you Aquarians. I think it's going to be a very potent time. And let's look at the cards.
Okay, let's see what we have this month for you, for the month of December. We have intuition. Are you surprised?
No.
So those visions. So what is very interesting in this card is that we have a piece of paper here and we have also feathers. So connection with your guides, connection with your ancestors, automatic reading, writing about your life story, writing affirmation, gratitude for your future, to call in the blessings for your future. All of those things are going to come in with more. So signs from above, really pay attention to it. There is a lot that is coming. You could also start to be having mediumship skills coming in, visions, like you said, in the night. It could be in the day, it could be in the night. But with this card of intuition, I think that you have a strong potential if you want to start doing it either for fun or professionally, to really start to develop what is needed and push it to the next level. So let's see what we have for you with tarot for the month of December. We have the 5 of Wands reverse. So conflict may be out of the way for this month. We have, oh my God, everything is reversed. 7 of Wands reverse. So this is a defense mechanism to blockages once more. So less obstacles on your path. And we have the Page of Swords. So a lot of studying, a lot of calling in the blessings, a lot of communication, very good communication coming your way. I really feel that you may have, a lot of you may have a lot of skills to communicate with the unknown, with ETs, with your guides, or starting to work with them to also do mediumship, talk about past life regression. There is something that needs to be learned, needs to be addressed, and in those things with your intuition. And with all of this, it could absolutely be in partnership with someone. It could also be learning from a mentor, or in partnership with someone where you practice together and you're in this journey of learning together. But overall, a strong intuition, and believe in it. The more you believe in it, the more blessing you're going to get for all the future, starting in December. One more thing I want to say is that when I take cards to understand why the struggles, why the defense mechanisms are now reversed, I'm also getting another card reverse, which is the 8 of Swords. I think you're getting out of a long lineage of past life, I would say, or in your own lineage of DNA, where there was a lot of negative connotation of using intuition, and you're getting freed of that. And now you're able to reconnect with your real talent, with your real gifts, and really be in connection with Source in a profound way. So if you have tried in the past and you don't believe in your skills, try it again this month and practice it, because you're reopening this, not just for you, but all of your lineage and for your future lives with your soul.
Wow, powerful month for Aquarians. Wow. And yeah, I must say for Aquarians, you're very sensitive. Sometimes you guys are not 100% aware of it, but you're super sensitive, especially to other people, to your environment, to frequencies, to energy. So this is the month where it gets even more real, right? Like you get to tap into that. I love that. Let us know if that resonates in the comments down below. And do make sure you hit the like button if you did enjoy this show. Thank you so much, Aquarians, for being with us, and have a blessed month. And let's hope that your psychic gifts will be amazingly, how can we say that, activated this month. Awesome. So now we're going to shift to Pisces. So this is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Well, Pisces, big month for you ahead. A beautiful month, but big month in the sense that all of the mutable signs are having like a big activations this month. And because the North Node is in Pisces, in your sign, it means that destiny is definitely playing a big role for you this month. And especially, well, both the full moon and the new moon are going to activate angular houses for you, the 4th and the 10th. So it's going to talk a lot about personal life versus professional life and decisions regarding that. And well, let's start there. December 4th, we're going to have a full moon in the sign of Gemini at 13 degree in your 4th house of home, of family, of place of living. And not only the sun is opposing the moon at this time, but also it's making an exact grand cross with the node. So the node in Pisces is at 13 degree, the full moon is at 13 degree Gemini. So as you can see, it's pretty exact. So this grand cross is this eclipse-like activation of the universe playing a big role, kind of the Wheel of Fortune type of energy I'm getting, especially for Pisces. But the good news is that the North Node is in your sign, so you're the leaders of that movement, and the universe is here to support your life purpose, and the things you wish to manifest in this life. But for sure, there's going to be important decisions that you need to make. There's going to be lots of choices available for you around like what kind of path do you want to explore next. And for a lot of Pisces, around the time of beginning of December, you could be finishing up a phase, a particular phase of time that deals with family, deals with a certain place of living, a living situation, a certain place, a certain home. So you could be finishing up a kind of a chapter that deals with a particular situation at home or in your personal life. And now you will be presented with different avenues to choose from where you want to go next. Mercury is in your 9th house of wanting to explore, wanting to expand your consciousness, wanting to travel. So, but also Uranus is in a quasi-exact opposition with that Mercury, which is going to be exact on the 10th of December. So do expect surprises, surprise information coming to you. And changing your plans, changing maybe your travel plans, your documents, information being sent to you, messages, and you will need to pivot quickly to adapt as best as you can, but do expect the unexpected around this full moon. So there could also be important conversations, negotiations, communication that could lead to that change of plans. Also, sudden movement is to be expected, sudden travel plans, sudden changes regarding where you are in the world and your movements. What else? Yes, and also you will likely have to make important life decisions around family, around place of living, around personal life, home, living situation. And the North Node again is in your sign, it's in your 1st house. So you need to focus on what you truly want for yourself, what truly aligns with your sense of purpose in this lifetime, what you truly want for your future. And this will be a very pivotal and foundational full moon for you, because you're going to set the foundation for the future and for what you're here to manifest. And then 2 weeks later, on the 19th of December, we have a new moon in Sagittarius in your 10th house of career, of future, of professional life. At 28 degrees, that falls on the galactic center. So this is a very evolved portal of cosmic wisdom that is opening for all of us. But for you, Pisces, it's going to allow you to tap into information about your future, your career, your life purpose, your life mission, and you're going to gain some awareness about like what you're here to do. What's the next important step in your soul's journey, especially with regards to your career and your work projects. And Venus is part of that new moon. Isn't that beautiful? So Venus will favor love, soulmates, money, inspiration, and also allow you to tap into what truly inspires you as far as your career. You could also get like creative, start a creative project, start a new cycle with your career. Like I said, a new career project that involves Venus, and Venus rules your 3rd house and 8th house. So that could deal with communication, social media, information. You could be writing something. You could be doing a course. You could be taking a course. Or also it could be a project that is going to help you gain some more revenues, 8th house, or help other people heal, 8th house. And yeah, this new project could be also dealing with communication, social media, writing, speaking. And you have right now Jupiter, which is also your traditional ruler and the ruler of this new moon, in your 5th house of creativity, of children, of business. So you're going to feel likely creative, inspired. Jupiter is still retrograde until the beginning of next year. But still, like if you get into that little bubble of creativity, you're going to be able to fully tap into that, and also take some time to really meditate or do any kind of spiritual practice to align with the guidance, because you're going to receive a lot of guidance for your future around this new moon. And let's look at the cards for our beautiful Pisces for December.
Okay, let's see what we have. My God, my voice is gone. Okay, the card of the month is respect. Okay. And let's see what we have. It's interesting because it looks like a reader. It looks like someone that does a reading. I don't know her. Do you know her? Marie Laveau?
It rings a bell, but I can't really put my finger on it.
Okay. And we have respect. So that inspires me to say respect of your own talent and give them a good place to grow and a good environment. But it starts with you.
Can you repeat her name?
Yes, Marie Laveau.
Okay. She was a practitioner of voodoo, herbalist, a midwife.
That's what I thought.
In New Orleans.
It sounds very New Orleans, that picture. That's why I was picking up. Yeah, thank you for looking into it. So your cards are Justice, Six of Pentacles, and the Death card. So I think that Pisces, whatever you're doing, you're going to reach a new level at. And that it is in your day-to-day, your gift, it seems, or your relationship even, it seems like you're going to reach a new level of depth and a new level of, also we have respect and exchange of your energy. So you're going to go for going deeper into what you're good at, but we know that boundaries with Pisces is a very difficult topic because Pisces don't typically have boundaries, and that it is very giving. So with Justice and Six of Pentacles, what we're bringing is, in both of those cards, we have a balance. And in both of those cards, we bring that, and with the card of respect, we bring that notion of, yes, I want to do more. In order to do more, I need to be respectful of my own energy. Otherwise, I'm giving and I cannot do more with my time. I cannot do more with my energy in my life force. So it is a month to call back all of your energy to you that you have left in places, people, contract, events, and to use it for your future because you want to go to the next level. But at the moment, it's impossible if you don't reclaim back your own energy and you put strong boundaries. It's going to come naturally. I do see things that are going to happen in a way that you don't really force it. It's just going to come a little bit more natural for you this month because we have such cards of return of the balance and such card of balance just in general. So you're going to have your energy that is going to be more respected by you and by others. And you could also have rewards from karma, money, events, places, luck that are going to also pay you for past deeds. But really important that you are also part of that change. Like I said, it's going to happen naturally, but you need to be part of that change to maintain that level of you are being rewarded for your time, your effort, and your resources, and that you can use what you're gaining from it to put it in something that is very important for you because you are done with your current place, your current level. It could be a job, like I said, it could be a relationship, it could be family life, it could be many different things, but you are stuck in your evolution if you are not claiming back that energy, and you're stuck in your evolution if you refuse to receive for what you're giving. So that's going to be your big month of, okay, I accept that I'm giving and I accept that it is enough and I accept to call back my energy and I accept exchanges for my energy.
Wow, and also forgot to say, but on December 10th, your planet Neptune will also go direct in the sign of Pisces at 29 degree of Pisces, the very last one. So you're finishing up like everything that you were talking about like setting healthy boundaries and healing a lot of the past. And especially if you're a light worker, if you work with energy, if you work with healing, claiming back that power. So until February of next year, it's at 29 degree. Your planet is at 29. So you're going to be entering a brand new cycle. So you're kind of preparing for that beautiful rebirth in February of next year. Wow, I love that for you, Pisces. Let us know if that resonates in the comments down below. Do make sure also you like the video if you did enjoy it. Thank you so much, and we wish you such a beautiful month of healing, of reclaiming your power, and of beautiful blessings coming to you. Love you, everyone. Have a beautiful month of December, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.